Have you ever made a snowman before? I know, it's spring, it's not really snowman season anymore, but have you ever made a snowman? If you have, could you take me to see it now? Well, I doubt it. Why? Because snowmen don't last. About 20 years ago, there was a snowman named Frosty, and Frosty lived for about a year, but only because the guy who made him took him and put him in a refrigerator during the summer so he wouldn't melt. Most of the time, snowmen don't last very long. They start to melt, and as they melt, they start to droop, and their arms fall off, and their face droops, and their nose falls off, and pretty soon, they don't look very nice anymore. And somebody might go and look at that snowman and say, wow, that is not a good snowman. But you would probably tell them, you should have seen it right after I made it. It looked much better. If I say the names Adam and Eve, what do you think of? Well, if you know the Bible, you probably think about the Garden of Eden and when Adam and Eve disobeyed God and ate the fruit from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Well, when they did that, they brought sin into the world and they really messed things up. But what were Adam and Eve like when God first created them? As we're learning about God's view of you, we're learning tonight that when God created Adam and Eve, they were holy, joyful, and in harmony with God. Everything was good. Psalm 16:11 says, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore." In the beginning, before sin, Adam and Eve had a wonderful, close relationship with God. And that reminds us that God wants to have a relationship like that with us too.